sexy thing, you.
This was the start of my chest workout, so I'm doing a kind of a sequence with dumbbells in which I start with kind of a wide chest press with a little bit of a bounce at the bottom to help get the stretch into the chest, especially the upper chest. And then I went into flies and then into a narrow grip push, like pinned press, where you're actually pushing the dumbbells together, and that helps activate the inside edge of the chest. So the presses with the high elbows and kind of double bounce stretches the whole pec fiber. The flies kind of stretch the outside pec, and the pinned together press stresses the inside chest. So this is a really good kind of warm up to the workout. And if you notice, I'm using light weights. So this is really just to get blood flow into the chest and get the kind of muscle awake before you start loading it with heavier weights. Okay, so after a couple warm-up sets with the first order, I then flipped the order around, which allowed me to use heavier weights and kind of get more into muscular stress and damage. So out of the three positions, the pinned together neutral press is the weakest of all three. Then you go into the flies and then into the regular presses. This allows you to continue to move up in weight from the first sequence, but like I said, now start getting into muscular stress, muscular damage, really getting a pump going for the workout. So the first sequence is really good for kind of opening up the muscles, getting some blood flow into the joints, just kind of introducing the body to the workout. This sequence, when you flip it, starts getting you into the actual workout where you'll create muscle damage and get kind of the ball rolling for the entire workout. I finished up my pre-exhaust kind of warm-up work with some normal, just regular presses for high reps. And this is a good way to just kind of finish off the blood flow effect and finish off the pump in the chest. So when you pre-exhaust your chest before you go into bigger, larger movements like barbell presses, it'll increase the amount of chest stress you get from those large movements and make them more chest exercises rather than stressing the front delts or the triceps or other muscles. So pre-fatiguing the chest muscle might downgrade a little bit of strength, but it upgrades your growth substantially. And for my first kind of main exercise for the day, I did a couple sets of what's called a guillotine press. So you can see, if you compare the first part of the video to the second part of the video, the first part shows the form for the guillotine press. Your hands are going to be about 2 fingers width wider than a normal bench press, and you're actually going to touch about 1 inch or 2 higher on your chest towards your neckline than you would on a normal bench press. This helps stress the chest, especially up across the collarbone area, so the upper chest, even though it's at a flat angle. And this helps to just kind of take your triceps out of the movement, making it more chest. Doing the reverse band just allows me to take some weight off at the bottom when my shoulders would be most susceptible to injury. So this is a safe way to do guillotine presses if you have the option to do reverse banding, and it allows you to still get heavy at the lockout, which helps to still stimulate the chest maximally during this movement. After the couple sets of guillotine presses and regular bench presses, I moved to our cable fly machine, and I did an increased, like an inclined angle, and I also had a hand rotation towards the contraction. What this does, it really helps to isolate out the top of the chest, so the upper chest by the collarbones. It's a really good way to get that area maximally stimulated, and that tends to be an underdeveloped area for most people. So if you noticed, all of my warm-ups were at an incline. We did the guillotine press, which works the upper chest, and now we're doing this exercise, which works the upper chest. So this is a great overall routine for great chest growth, specific to getting the upper chest to grow. And to finish off the workout, I did dumbbell incline flies with slow eccentrics into a kind of like a press out finish. So these sets actually lasted about a minute and 20 seconds to a minute 30 seconds. So I'm just showing you kind of the middle of towards the end of the set here. And what I'm doing with the slow eccentrics is really just focusing on the chest, feeling the stretch of the movement. So the entire workout would have pumped up my chest. And now that it's pumped, I'm going to use the weight and the slowness which I'm moving to kind of pull that pumped muscle open.